Hello, and welcome to today's video. Hi, Ali.
Hi,
How are
Ada.
you?
How are you? How have you been?
I'm good. Are you ready?
Yeah, it's more like, are you ready?
I'm ready. I've been waiting for this for a week.
Okay, you're more and more excited.
I am.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
what are we doing today?
So you told me that you want to start coding.
I do.
I
I mean, it's important to learn basic concepts, but I am actually looking forward to start coding. And that is something that I didn't expect myself to be excited about.
yeah, because you first need to understand these concepts, and then you can start, doing more advanced things. Actually, the things I'm telling you
Yeah.
are quite advanced. So that's why it's kind of giving you an overview. It's a lot of motivation, and then it's getting into it. Today we will learn about the cloud. Do you know what the cloud is?
The cloud. You hear the cloud everywhere. I mean, we have the iCloud. We have different online clouds, like, for example, OneDrive and all those kinds. So it's, I guess, a place where you can store your code online, something like that, where other people can access it. Or am I totally wrong?
So in the old days, we needed to host it on somebody else's computer, right?
To host what?
Whatever code we are trying to have accessible to everyone. And this is a nice T-shirt that says "There's no cloud; it's just someone else's computer." And the cloud is just a bunch of computers, but it's since there's a lot of them. It's very easy to get more power. It's very accessible. So say in these modern times, you make an application, and then all of a sudden you go from like 10 people to 10,000, and then that one computer would crash, right? But if you have it in the cloud, which are like different services, you will be able to use this, and it will scale up. So let me tell you about a couple of clouds. Yeah. So I have a window open here, and you mentioned like these services like OneDrive, Dropbox, etc. iCloud. So these are just like services which are built on some type of cloud. I'll show you the three largest clouds. So now we jumped in here, and Microsoft, they have their own cloud. It's called Microsoft Azure, which has like a lot of services you could use.
Why have I never heard about this?
Yeah, if you're working in the IT, you definitely have heard of it. So now you have. If you hear about Azure, like most of the services you're using today are hosted on here. You have another one called Google Cloud Platform, GCP. That's the one from Google. So this is also a big one. And you have Amazon. Amazon is quite dominating in the cloud business. So they're not just like an online store. They have this...
so much more.
Yeah, they have this thing called AWS, and they're kind of leading. I think Amazon was one of the first ones as well, and then Google followed and Microsoft followed. They're competing, yeah. Amazon hosts a lot of like the US's top financial and government. So they have a lot of contracts with the Pentagon, etc. So it's nothing.
So they're big.
They're very big. And the same for Azure. Like here in Norway, most companies do use Azure because they have like better, let's say, data policies. So your data would not leave the country, or
it's more protected.
Yeah, it's more like it's about the server. So if you have a server in China, it's different than you have it in your own country, and there's like the government of data and etc. But these are like clouds. And what do the clouds give you? We
Access
put this
or storage space, right?
Yeah, they have a lot of services, but they're just giving you like computing power. And so like they have different packages. So they have like say they have a package for storage. They have a package for
So they
yeah, and they're separate. So there are a lot of models.
I always thought of cloud as a storage place, maybe because that's the only way that I use it for. So Yeah, it's exciting to learn new things.
Yeah, and we will use like say you have this program, and this program is like recognizing patterns. This is called AI.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a service you can get from the cloud. Like you could just kind of send in an image, and then it tells you this image is of a potato, and it's purple or whatever. It will give you this information. This is a cloud service.
But is it like kind of like servers? Like you have a computer in some kind of facility or something, or many computers, and then you can access stuff from the actual server or something like that?
Yeah, kind of. So if I show you like a picture here again, let me try to get this picture. This is a bunch of servers, and these servers have like CPUs.
This is
storage.
what I imagine.
Yeah. So this is kind of like, this is the cloud. It's just a big data center. Yeah. So and we use it because it's cheaper, it's more secure, etc. Yeah. So now you understand what the cloud is.
Yes. So what else do they offer except from storage?
Oh, they offer so many things. They offer like servers, as you're saying, like computer servers. They're offering functions, databases, like special DevOps, developer tools. They have this thing called identity service, integrations. It's a lot of things the cloud offers. Yeah.
How are we going to use it?
So we're going to use it in a basic way. We just need a server that will host our website. Do you know about HTTP?
Yes. Hypertext protocol something. Performance protocol. What is it?
All right. That's good
I
enough.
remember I learned that in the, what is it called? Was it maybe maybe 7th grade or something? And in the IT class. And that's basically the only thing that stuck with me from that class.
Yeah, it says hypertext transfer protocol. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not wrong.
Close.
Yeah. So HTTPS is the protocol that when you're accessing the web, you're using it. There's another version of it. It's called HTTPS, which is like the secure one. It just means it's encrypted. This one is not encrypted. It's the initial version, but they kind of work in similar ways. And in order to do this, you need a service that offers you like hosting. These cloud platforms I just talked about, they do offer you a service, but I thought we could use something quite simple today. Because you remember that website we built, the first website with the garden and
you
so on?
mentioned that it's only us who can see it, right?
Yeah, and now we will open it for everyone.
And for that we need the cloud service.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we jump in here, now I'm on a website called
Netlify.
Netlify. So this is a service provider that offers hosting for free. And it's integrated with GitHub. So it makes it very easy to like kind of grab your code. So here we have the sign up button. We'll click that, and then we will just connect with GitHub. And then it says Ada, and we're in. Then it says, what type of projects are you building? We're building web applications. And then
that's what we're doing, huh?
Yeah, we will host a lot of these applications here. Then it says,
is the website considered a web application?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just not an advanced one, but it could be an application. The one we made, it didn't do anything, but we will make projects that will do a lot of cool stuff.
Can't wait.
So now it says sites. It says here new site from GitHub, and then it says there's this thing called continuous development. Do you know what that means?
Deployment.
CD.
I have no idea.
So it means that since we have our code in this repository, we're building a static website, so it's not changing. But every time we're pushing new code, it's just like rebuilding and updates. Yeah. So this is like continuous development.
Okay.
It's also something. So it says, "Do you want to connect?" And so yeah. then you're authorized. And now it says you want to give access to all of your repositories. Do you know what? Remember what a repository was?
Yes, it was basically a project.
Yeah. Good.
Yep.
It says authorize, and now it's bringing in ADA. It brought it in. You see?
Or repository.
Yeah. And
That
then
we created last week.
Yeah, and then it says here, deploy settings, blah blah blah. Because here we're saying that you could deploy the website. See deploy. Let's see if it will work. It's saying site deploy in progress.
So you're actually launching the website, or?
Yeah, we're going live.
Okay.
Now we got a link. You see that?
Cranky show.
Yeah. Now it's loading. It's loading.
Oh, there it is.
So now we have a publicly accessible website from the whole world. Anybody with this link can open it.
Please don't crash our website. I know so many of you are interested.
Yeah, it says here made by Ada. Even at the bottom, you can't see it, but it says the footer is also here.
Let's go.
Yeah, so now we have an accessible website. So now what I want...
For how long?
It's forever.
Oh, okay. So it's basically... And every time we update something, it will automatically be updated. Every time we submit the new code.
Commit.
Commit.
Yeah. Every time we commit.
That's what happens when I'm trying to be smart.
Yeah. And it's also like HTTPS secure and so on. So it's quite nice. Yeah.
Cool.
So this was like deployment of the code. I was wondering if you can do one thing.
Yeah. What do you want me to do?
So remember in the Visual Studio Code?
Yeah.
Last time?
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of code here. Let's see if we can. Remember that we said that once we have a link which is publicly accessible, we will update the README file.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So we could do it in Visual Studio Code now and kind of update.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. Let me see. I think it's this one. Yeah. So it says README, and then it says add hosted links here. See that? So what we could do is I'm gonna just go ahead and zoom in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if you can join me, Ada, about the link. What we could do here, I want you to change this to demo instead of to do. Yeah, cool. And then I will go ahead and paste the link.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then we could add another one, which is called technology stack. Okay.
Which is?
And here I thought we could just write in the technology we're using.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
See, it's a lot of different...
What was that? Netlify. Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Mm.
And then we
what
say...
What about GitHub? Or no, this is on GitHub, right?
Yeah, no, it's not on GitHub. This is local. And now you see on the left, we have like two changes. And now it says...
README.
The README has changed. And here we can like put in the content. So we are saying updated README, or it's usually we write it like this: update README with tech stack and demo link. It's like a comment, so you could like once you going into the history, you could see that on this date I did this. I provided this feature, and now I'm just gonna click this this button, and then I'm gonna.
So tech stack is another term I have to learn.
Tech stack, yeah, it's like technology stack. And then
I'll remember it next time.
Git push. So now we're pushing to the cloud. And what will happen to our website is if you go ahead on Netlify, it will actually, it has this, it knows that there's new code. So maybe it already did it. Yeah. Deployed 2 seconds ago. It says here. We cannot see it. Let me see. It says here. Deployed 2 seconds ago. Or so it's already like updated the website. We didn't do anything to the website itself. We just did one thing to the file. So you can just refresh it and see if it works. Yeah, it's still working. And now on GitHub, since we have like this, our what's it called, our repository, which is open for everyone. Now our repository has updated, and whoever goes on our website now can see the updates we did. You see that? And they have the link.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, now they can click on it, and then they can go to this page. So it's publicly available for everyone.
Yay!
Yeah. I see that we wrote JavaScript. We haven't actually written any JavaScript in this. You see that on the right as well.
Yet.
It says only HTML and CSS.
Not yet.
No, that's what the next thing we will learn. So, do you have any questions about this?
I think it's quite straightforward.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't tried to do it myself yet, but
yeah, you did the edits and everything.
No, but it seems quite straightforward, to be honest. So I think we're good.
Yeah. And this workflow, I mean, just knowing this workflow, you can now start working in IT. It's
really?
Yeah, and this workflow you actually don't learn in school.
Okay.
But they expect you to know it in the university, or no, I'm sorry, in the workplace, like for your first job. So a lot of people are like, I've never used GitHub, I've never deployed anything to the cloud, etc.
Because that's what you do when you're working.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, not in my job, but like, you're working like this.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like working on a feature. You're making you have a GitHub repository you're pushing to, and then once the feature is completed, there's like this review process to test it and so on. And then if this is okay, then it deploys. For us, we are sure that it will work, so we're just pushing it straight out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. So you made the website and it's accessible for everyone. Do you want to comment on like the URL? What do you think about it?
Let me see it again.
It just says like Crank Show.
Yeah, why is it like that?
Yeah, because so they're hosting it for us. So we're not having our own domain.
Okay.
But in the future, what we could do is we could
buy a domain.
Yeah, we have already She Learns Coding domain, so maybe we could use that to connect.
So if you're not paying, any kind of project that or the website that you would open would start with that Crank thing.
Yeah, it's like different every time. It's just like a random.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like, for example, WordPress and then slash.
No, it's else. Like different every time. Different. They have a couple of them.
Because I thought it was a bit weird.
Yeah, so it's just like weird enough so nobody can like find it easily, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like publicly accessible, but at the same time it's not very easy to find.
Yeah.
Because you need to know the exact name.
Yeah, I'll definitely not remember that website.
No. Well, what we could do in the future, we can connect it to our domain. It's also possible from this system. And then we could just like write it in with no problem.
Many possibilities.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. I hope you learned something.
Yep. All right. So that sounds good. I'm going to go practice on that. Or watch this video again and then get it good inside my head.
Yeah.
And then I guess see you next week with something new.
Yeah.
What do you think we're going to do next week?
I think we need to learn, go through the list of projects we have, because we have like a lot of projects, but now we have learned like the deployment process and so on. We could use the internet, we could use GitHub. Now we could start learning the little bit more advanced stuff like JavaScript and possibly React, and building more and more advanced.
What is React?
You'll learn.
I want now.
Next time. Okay.
All right.
And see you next time.
Thank you. See you next time.